granting us the audience. We don't take it for granted. We recognize how busy it is to govern a state, and a state that is as complicated and complex like Rivers State is, with many issues to deal with. And so we're grateful that you created this time. And like Dr. Sophia said, left to me a week ago, I would have been here on my first day in the office. But this was about the next best time that we could get. But it also underscores how we value the critical relationship that we have with Rivers State and the role that it plays. If I go back in history, I think this is the third time that Your Excellency will be meeting the leadership of NLNG. And we're grateful for always opening your door to meet with us. The last one was when the company approached you January 2025 on the back of insensate vandalization of the pipelines, and how you stepped in and ensured that that situation was brought to a point where we no longer suffer the impact of those vandalization as we used to at that time. So we're truly grateful. We're grateful for your support. As a company, we're committed to partnering with the state government, the local government, and the people of Rivers State to ensure that there is economic prosperity and there is progress. We do this on two major platforms. Apart from the products that we sell, it is one that we leverage our corporate social responsibility framework and also our social development program. But under that, we then use various platforms like the GMOU, which as at the end of last year, we've invested 3 billion naira into. The school renovation program that we are involved in, we are doing it in phases. We have done 2 phases right now. 9 of them have been renovated in the states, spent over 5 billion. And in the next phase, we're going after about 10 states that we want to work on as well. We also have the vocational innovation business empowerment scheme that we're leveraging in Rivers State. But we also have the healthcare support program where we're investing in institutions that has to do with health, and we're trying to ensure that we provide the capacity to be able to do a lot of things. Those are some of the things that we do. In the education support, we're very much active as well. We have the Boni vocational program that we constantly invest in to build capacity in the Niger Delta that are working in our plant. Just to give you a scale of how this has turned up, sir. Since inception of the company, we've generated in excess of $138 billion in terms of revenue. About $44 billion has been paid to shareholders, of which the federal government has gotten 49% of that. We've paid an additional $9 billion in taxes to the federal government just by reason of this investment. But if I then come home and look at Rivers State, in the last 10 years, as a company, through paying the employee tax, we've been able to pay about 215 billion naira to Rivers State government. And every year it continues to get more and more. In the last 3 years, from 2023 till date, it's about 138 billion that has been paid, with the highest being last year that company remitted about $46 billion. In the first 3 months of this year, we've already done 39, almost equaling what we did in the whole of last year. But all of this is because of the very peaceful environment that we enjoy, the kind of intervention that we had from you last year, which has enabled our operations to continue to grow at scale. So it's obvious that as the company continues to do well, we will also see the corresponding impact, not just in the life of the people at the local government, but we'll see it also in the resources of the state. We'll see it in the country as well. We're very much convinced that this year we can do more, and we will do more. The kind of harmony that we have had, the kind of support we have gotten from the government gives us a lot of encouragement and a lot of motivation to want to do more. And we see the direct impact that this has in the environment within which we operate. Bonny Bodo Road today is completed, and people have started using the road. It's eased transport into Bonny Island. For the first time, people can drive within an hour. They are in Bonny. It's changing the whole ecosystem. We're waiting on the federal government to give us a date when we can commission that road. And once we have that, Your Excellency, we will be coming back to you as well again to seek for your participation in this historic event. So we want to thank you, and I want to thank you on behalf of the company. I want to thank you for what you have done. I want to thank you for your commitment. I want to thank you for the environment you are creating for us to thrive and to bring people in, people from River State to work within our establishment who can go on to do many more things in the community. So this afternoon, one is to pay courtesy visit to you, but second is to reaffirm our commitment as a company that under my watch as the CEO, we will not have any change in direction. If anything, we're going to increase our pace in how we contribute to the economic development of the state. Thank you very much, Your Majesty. Your Excellency. Pardon me about Your Majesty.
Our relationship has been very wonderful, so I feel it is proper for me to grant this audience to you. First, like I said, congratulations on your well-deserved appointment, and I strongly believe that with the world of experience that you have, you're going to move the LNG, higher and further. I believe also that by the time you leave, whoever is coming to take over will also record the level of improvement that you have added and will be challenged to work harder. Because in life, you don't leave a place the way you met it. And once you do that, you're not adding value. You live with something. So whoever comes in again will be challenged to add value. So I believe with your wonderful team, you're going to do exceptionally well. I'm really happy with the information that you just gave to us. But I have just one little concern. About 20-something years ago, right from when you started, community relation is a very important aspect of your ideals. You don't play with the host community. But lately, the state government is spending so much to revamp the general hospital in Bonny. And I used to remember that I had an auntie who was a medical officer. They were always struggling to go to Bonny. And I said, why do you want to go to Bonny? At that time, you have to pass through that Atlantic. He said, no, if you go to Bonny, LNG used to pay them extra, used to pay this. Because that, it's like a motivation for people to always go to Bonny. And you were also maintaining the hospital. So I'm sorry, then Commissioner for Health informed me that the general hospital wasn't functioning because we had a case where somebody was killed by a quack clinic there. And we felt very bad. So what is going on? Why would one be going to a quack clinic when a general hospital? It was on that particular point that we then realized that the hospital was. But although the government is doing everything to bring it back. So I want to appeal. You've mentioned a few things in terms of education, some other things in terms of youth empowerment and skill acquisition. But we need to live. We need to be healthy so that we can acquire skill. We need to be healthy so that we can also do other things. So please, when we're done with the fixing of the general hospital, I want to appeal that if you can also bring in one of these your incentives to motivate people to always come there, just like those good old days. It will only, not just for me, but it will send a good message and signal to the health sector. I wouldn't say more than what I've said because you've just said it all. Your success is our success. Not just the states, but our own little contribution so that the system, the federal government will succeed, is to make sure that we support whoever is operating in our state. We are the one here. If we don't support you, if you don't succeed, we also will not succeed. And Mr. President will also not succeed. So the success of your establishment is the success of our state and overall success of Nigeria. So I can just count on our support. Wherever we need to come in, please do not hesitate. Eh? Well, you just mentioned here that your predecessor gave a handover note showcasing the level of support they received. It's not going to be different in your own case. I can assure you that. I will also ensure that other units of the government will also liaise with you. If there's anything, even if you can't get to me, you can always get to them. And if there's anything we can do, we will do for you. Let me commend you. It has not been an easy, you see, for you to operate in a kind of system is a difficult thing. But I'm very proud to say that if there is one establishment that has shown competence, that has survived in the face of all the political issues we've had in this country, is the LNG. And what is the reason? The reason is very simple. Government have no business in business. That is the truth. Government have no business in business. Leave the business for those people who can operate. You do your supervisory role to ensure that there is compliance, ensure that standards are maintained, also ensure that people with expertise are at the helm of the affair. That's all. And I think that is the reason why we still record a lot of successes in LNG. So I would say congratulations. I wish you well. Count on us. Myself as a person and the government of River State as of today, anytime for anything. Thank you.
And people ask, where is Abalama beer? He said it's in one place in Nigeria Ltd. So it's a brand for us. It flies the flag of the country, but also of the state. And we just want every time you say this, we remind you your contribution, your support, was something we can all be proud of in Nigeria. And this is